the title of my movie is Robert and Fernando, and it's about two best friends that play in their high school's basketball team, and they've basically known each other since their childhood. And one of them, Fernando, he needs to start. He started having financial problems at home, and he needs to start working. So he needs to stop playing basketball, and it was like his passion. So he really liked to do it, and he liked playing basketball with Robert, but he needed to stop because he needed to start working. So they stopped. I don't know. Alright, so he starts working, and he stops playing basketball, and since him and Robert were so close, they stopped being close, and it was like kind of hard for him, for Fernando, because they're best friends. So I mean, they stopped talking, and they kind of wanted to fix things and still be friends while they're not playing basketball together anymore. And basically the whole movie is about them trying to fix their friendship, and then basically
addiction.
Alright, camera.
That was a good one.
Everybody, we don't have a boom, so everybody needs to bring it.
My movie's named The Quiet, and it's about this girl named Rose and her boyfriend Axel, but Rose doesn't talk. She only texts her boyfriend Axel, and that's like their way of communication. Because Rose stopped talking a long time ago when she was a kid because of an incident that happened, which I'm not going to say, because that's why we need to make the movie. Yeah, and then, but one day Rose talks, and Axel finds it weird since they've been dating for a while, but she only texts him and stuff. That's the only way they talk, right? So he finds something's up, so he goes to investigate what's wrong. And that's it.
I'm Clara. My movie or script is called The Hopeless Nerd, and it's a romance genre. And it's about, it starts off as the first day of school, and he sees a beautiful girl, and he falls in love with her, but he thinks that he's not gonna notice her or him. And they end up getting a class together. So, and then she has trouble with the class, which is physics class. Physics.
Say the names.
Oh yeah. It's Ramiro and Anaí. And Ramiro falls in love with Anaí. Anaí doesn't notice him at first, but then in the physics class, he ends up liking her even more.
Sitting next to her.
And she ends up sitting next to her. And she needs help.
Down, don't stop, keep going.
And I asked for help from Ramiro for tutoring, and he can't believe it. She said yeah, let me get your number. They started texting, whatever. And she ended up going to his house. And after all the tutoring, she ends up falling for him. But they don't tell each other until later on. And then, yeah, they fall.
My name is Jonathan Weefield. My story name is The Goal. It's about these two kids that were friends since elementary. And when they get to high school, the coach tells them that only one of them two is going to keep the spot. And they make a bet, whoever loses is going to get out of the soccer team. And at the end, like, none of them stay with the spot. That's all.
Sir, speak your
Alondra, Justin, y Dominic Viviana. They plan on sneaking into the auditorium on a Halloween night. The four girls find a book with a hidden curse when Brianna decides to open it, thinking nothing was going to happen. Until one goes missing and the three girls try breaking the curse so they could get their friend back. It sounds the same, but we tried.
Any other detail?
He's like,
No.
good, good.
So my story, the name of my story is It Takes One Person to Make a Difference. And it's about the main character. They see him as a nerd, as a loser. Everybody hates him for some reason, and all he wants to do is bring peace. Like bring everybody together. And then one day, two guys who know him that he does photography, they ask him if he could take him a picture. So as he reaches for the camera, he gets beat up, and at that point, he gets depressed because he gets frustrated for all the things that people have done to him when he only wants to be positive around everyone. So he reports it with his teacher, and they go to the principal, and they just look for the students. And it turns out that the main character doesn't have anything against them. He doesn't want them to be in trouble. He just wants to make up with them. Why do you hate me? Why don't we just start over? So from there, he decides to make a presentation in front of the whole school to bring for those who hate each other to make up in front of everybody, or talk about their backstory, because the way he reaches them is by him talking about his backstory, which he comes from depression with his dad and his mother not being there for him. So
Okay, everybody wants to know the scores. I'm gonna tell you the scores, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm gonna tell you why they changed.
Why a
because
one?
Some of you guys went there more than one time. All right, Cesar. First I gave you a 4, and now I gave you a 5, because you expanded upon the details of the characters, and you talked about the backstory of the character. You talked about how he has problems at home with his mom and dad, and he's suffering from depression, and you kind of how that affects the plot of the story, because you're telling us why this character who's damaged, he wants to help others in similar situations. All right.
Sir, can I go up again? Right now?
Yep. Let's see. Alondra,
Yes?
I gave you a 3. So
Okay.
yours was good. It got me interested. I was invested in the story. And when you went up there again, you let more details about the story flow, the book that contains the curse. So now we know where this curse is coming from.
Yeah.
If you wanted to talk more about it, now we're interested, where did that book come from? Where is it from? You know what I mean? All those little things that are still mysterious to us, but get us invested in the story. We want to know more about it. Let's see. Dominique.
No,
Yeah.
I need to go up
We're gonna go again. Okay. Roberto and Fernando. I gave you a 5. I gave you a 5 because you told about the characters, and I wanted to know more about it because it feels like a very real, a very human story. Because nowadays, some of you guys have to give up your extracurricular activities because you have to work either because you want to make some money or because you don't have a choice. You need money for different things. So it's a very human story, and yes, it can also affect your friendship because you guys don't get to spend as much time together because he's working while another one's doing sports, so you guys don't get to see enough of each other. So that's why it's a very relatable story. Sebastian, I gave you a 3. It's because you gave me a little bit of a mystery. I wanted to know more about the characters. Well, about the incident that happens, why he.
I'm not saying the incident.
That's fine. But that's why you didn't give me a lot of details, but you gave me just enough to get me interested. And I want to know what happens because it's a short story, right? It's only like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And let's see, John. I feel like you need to tell me more about it.
But like what I said,
You gave me the characters. You didn't give me their names, but you gave me their backstory that they've known each other since elementary. And I want to know more about them. And I like the title. I like the, yeah, it's clever. And I like it.